Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast, Snarkmas. Are you happy? Because I'm happy. Check out the sweater. The Grinch. I love the sweater. The kids love the sweater. Every time I volunteer at the kids' school, I wear the sweater on Christmas and they love it. Today we're talking about Pookie and Jett. Well, Jett Puckett. He did a TEDx Penn, independently organized TED event, so it's not really a TED Talk, but it sort of is. They got their name on it. TED has lent their name out for money. So it comes across like I did a TED Talk, but you really didn't do a TED Talk. But he talks about life as an influencer and how he overcomes and how they're so popular and all this stuff. And they're fake. There's no other way to put this. They're the fakest a-holes on the internet. And I don't like them. So let's snark them. So Pookie and Jett are like this couple who, they're the quintessential douchebaggery people who like came from Martha's Vineyard type of people. Do you know what I mean? Like they flex their wealth. They flaunt that their love is timeless and classic. First of all, and then they had a child and started exploiting that child on the internet, which they named Paloma. It's so pretentious. These people they're just like, if you looked up pretentious in the dictionary, these douchebags pop up, okay? But the whole thing about the internet, and one of the reasons I started this type of commentary was because it's all fake. Everything you see is fake. And so Campbell Puckett is, this is them. And so we've done videos on them about how this child like doesn't like this mother. These people, here's the thing about influencers and wealthy people. Stop getting other people to raise your children. Can we be there? And if you're going to do it, fine, whatever. But don't claim that you raise your children. That's where people get a little bit upset with this fake ass fakery. Because you're not real. Whenever they do something like this, watch this video.
Saturday after Thanksgiving, you did the most unbelievable job hosting our family and our friends. And I wanted you to know how things planned for you, how much joy you and Paloma bring to me. I literally cried all Thanksgiving, as you know, because how happy you and our wonderful daughter make me. Aww. I got you an autumn bouquet.
Every time you see him, when someone says, "Who put Matt David in a microwave?" you can never unhear it. You can never unsee it either.
Hey, you're so sweet.
Your favorite flagel, bacon, egg, and cheese. And I want to tell you that whatever it is you want to do today, whatever to make you the most excited.
This shirt's too small. Too. You shouldn't wear that.
And the most happy is what I want to do. That could be any restaurant you want to take you and Paloma to, shopping, massage, spa day, whatever it is. I just want to do whatever's going to make you the happiest.
Bro!
Just excited.
Aww.
Kiki, you look so gorgeous.
Yes. We all wake up like that. Full face of makeup, hair done. Totally real. And I mean, where's this child up there?
So beautiful.
I am the luckiest girl ever. The first thing I want to do is eat this bagel.
Yeah, with your full face of makeup. Did you fall asleep with a full face of makeup? Why is your pillow not full of it?
Surprise. I really just want a day with you and Paloma. Enjoy the pretty weather and sit outside and have fun.
Oh, yeah. Brunch on the patio with Jeeves bringing us peeled grapes and fanning us with palm fronds.
Wonderful. So you get a nice brunch with the Palominator.
Yes, she's
off with that, dude. You gotta stop, Maddie. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's stupid. Palominator. Your daughter is going to hate you guys. First of all, your daughter doesn't know who you guys are. But when she realizes, she's also going to hate you.
So don't fill up on your bagel, Pookie. There's more where that came from.
Yeah, Pookie. I can't even say it the way he says it. It's bothering me that I can't replicate his shitty accent. Pookie. Can't do it. Yeah, I picture her saying, "Honey, I think it's time for another gift giving while I'm in bed looking perfect for once. I want to see the real them. I want to see that. I'll follow again. When I see that, I'll follow again." No, don't follow them. They're not real. This is not real. Nothing to do. Ready to go. This is what they do. Get a clue. No, this is the clue that we are getting. We are trying to spread the clue that this shit is fake and stupid. Maybe put a little thing that says, "This isn't real. This shit is faked for the internet." How about that? No? And then you get people like this, who again, this is why comparative culture is really, really dangerous. Meanwhile, I just gave birth to a guy's child that calls me every terrible name in the book while I take care of his son. Never settle, people. Again, if you think that this is the way that the relationship is, it's not. You're not seeing the true thing, and you're comparing your shitty life to theirs, thinking that this is better. I mean, the money's probably better, I'll give you that. Look at their f***ing bed. Their bed is bigger than most people's apartments. Okay, but I'm telling you, you should not compare yourself to these people because they're not real. Their relationship isn't real. They probably hate each other. They don't even care for their own child. They have full-time help. They don't, because I'm surprised she didn't have a surrogate. I am very surprised by that, to be honest with you. What a grateful man. Is that what it is? Or is it faked for the internet? Someone raised this man right. Why? Because he's faking shit on the internet? That's at the end. And they soak it up. They soak all this up, and it's not real, guys. I need you to know it's not real. It bothers me that you think it is. Okay? Then there's the one where they did her first birthday, or they're going on an airplane, going on a private jet to some... We're going to Paluminator with us to the wine mixer in Catalina. Let's go, Paluminator. Look how he holds this child. Guy's never held a baby in his life.
Alright, Paloma, we're going to the Highlands Feed and Wine Festival. Hey, kid.
Look at that bottle. This kid has never been held properly unless it's by the nanny. Private jets do so much more damage to the environment than plastic straw ever could. Too rich to care. Photo op, grab the kid. Exactly. She's such a mini jet. Private planes, Louis Vuitton shoes. See, this is the people like you. I know you want that stuff, but I promise you, when you make money, and if you do, why would you want this stupid shit? Why does that matter to you, what they wear? And I don't think they probably wear anything more than once. The waste and the flying private in this old ass jet that they're in, like this shit is, they're gonna be broke eventually. This will not last. The stuff that there's gonna be a scandal that breaks eventually, a cheating scandal of some kind or whatever, or a scandal that comes out and says, oh look, this is who they really are in real life, and you're not gonna fall. They're gonna lose. But I don't know if he has independent wealth before all this stuff. I don't know. But they don't even know how to hold a child, and it bothers me. Because this is a perfect example of the Black Mirror episode we've created, the internet has made of our lives. That you think that this is real and you strive for it when it doesn't exist. And maybe it does exist, one in a trillion couples are like this. But in the real world, nobody's like this. Okay, they're never ever going to show you the real world, the arguments that they have, the fact that they probably don't even like each other at all. They're doing this for money, and I don't like them. And that's why I snark on them. And it is Snarkmas. And so let's hear this guy's amazing TED Talk with his shitty, weird accent that I can't even place. I've never even heard another person talk like this guy ever before. It's a made-up accent. Even his accent is made up. Unless I'm wrong and you guys know where this type of accent happens. And if it does, I will avoid it at all costs. Who speaks like this? The pretentious, like, it's almost like the accent is put on, like, to sound rich. Do you know what I mean? And you're not. It's weird. I don't know how to say it. Junebug's cold, by the way. That's why she has her blankie. She gets really cold down here.
Exactly 10 years ago, right here in Philadelphia.
Is this a Philadelphian accent? Is that what you're telling me? Because I don't think the Philadelphians would be like, no, that's us. I don't think that they claim this douche.
My life changed forever when I met the love of my life, Campbell.
I think he sucks his thumb still to this day. In a world of fear and anger, authentically love out loud. Is that what you're doing? Shut up. Shut up!
I walked up to the prettiest girl at Tree Wine Bar, introduced...
And you know she's already hanging out at the wine bar because that's where all the rich guys hang out. So I think I have to ask Grok, like, who the hell is this Jett Puckett? Jett Puckett. Is Jett Puckett rich before social media? Must be, because he's going to Pataloma wine bars and shit. Jett Puckett, a managing director in mergers and acquisitions at McLaren and Associates, specializing in a dental practice transitions, built a successful finance career well before gaining fame on TikTok and Instagram alongside his wife Campbell Pookie Puckett, born in Georgia. He graduated as valedictorian, so he's smart. He's a pretty smart guy, from the elite Darlington School. Earned a BA in economics and political science from University of Georgia. So here's the thing. There's no reason for them to be exploiting children. This guy was independently wealthy and had everything before this. So why would you exploit your child and put them in danger on the internet? That doesn't make sense to me. When people are already wealthy, why would you do this? You're stupid. He obtained a joint MBA from Wharton, and JD from UPenn Law. A JD and JD. His professional path began investing in Bank Citigroup, followed by roles, blah, blah, blah. The positions are high-stake finance involving multi-million-dollar transactions, positioned him as a respected executive in Atlanta's business scene by his mid-20s. Rich is subjective, but by standard metrics, upper middle class for affluent status in the U.S., median household income was $75,000. Puckett was indeed wealthy pre-social media. His early career likely yielded six-figure base salary plus bonuses common investment banking. His 2018 marriage to Campbell aligned with the established luxury lifestyle, including frequent high-end travel and dining. Current estimates peg his annual corporate salary at $236 to $423. So I'll tell you this. He's making way more money being a social media influencer than he ever was doing this. And this was big money too. But he's making way more money now. And that tells you everything you need to know why people want to do this. Why they'll fake everything for the internet. Because he's likely pulling in millions and millions of dollars a year now. Okay? Because I know that that's a lot of money. And I know social media pays more, is all I'm saying. But this reflects post-2016 progression. Starting roles at firms like Citi would provide $150,000 plus total compensation for Wharton, UPenn grads. Speculation on Reddit suggests possible family money from Atlanta connections to explain pre-viral spending. As a year at bulge bracket IB pivot to... I don't know what any of this means. Cool. So... the PE-backed corp finance wouldn't alone fund the mid-30s extravagance without inheritance or investments. However, no confirmed public details of family wealth exist, and his career trajectory alone supports substantial pre-social media affluence, far exceeding average earnings. So he's making... he has since boosted his net worth to $3 to $7 million via endorsements, but amplified already. So he's making $3 to $7 million probably a year now doing just this, faking shit for the internet. And I don't know if he's doing the other things. I don't think he would have time because this would be a full-time job. But again, let me be clear. Anybody who's making this kind, they were not, the money that they're making now is being squandered. Like they are not, they're spending it all on like $5,000 bags, $30,000 purses, $10,000 shoes that she's going to wear once. That's it. But they're making huge dollars. Again, there's no way there's longevity in this type of career because eventually people will just fall out of love with it. They won't watch it anymore. This happens to every influencer. It'll happen to me. It happens every single time. There are very few influencers on the internet that have lasted even the time that it's been very popular. Family vlogging is a perfect example of this because some of the biggest people making the biggest money now, what was that one family that made billions and billions of views and now struggle to break 20,000 views? That is the thing. And so they capitalize when they can. Maybe he's investing. I don't know. Maybe he is. But I'm just saying, that's all fake for the internet. And this guy was already making wealth before. But imagine to quit that corporate job and the respect that he had and the education to literally fake shit and fake accents on the internet. That's degrading. That's what I'm telling you. This is degrading. This guy has no friends either, which is, I mean, it makes sense.
Myself, 2 weeks later, I was calling her Pookie.
Pookie. He says, so in order to pronounce what he's saying, to do the phonetics of this, Pookie. It's Peeky. Pookie. That's how he says it. Pookie.
6 months later, I bought the ring. She was an Ole Miss girl from a small town in Illinois, stationed as a flight attendant here.
What's Ole Miss? Is that a school? Old Mississippi?
In Philly. I was a University of Georgia guy from a small town in Georgia.
Oh, he's from Georgia. So is this a Georgia accent? Because I don't think it is, man. I think it's like a Georgia rich accent back when people lived on plantations, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like.
Studying as a grad student here at UPenn. Something, perhaps divine intervention, brought us together in Philadelphia.
No, you saw a pretty girl and you said hi, and she's like, "This guy looks rich. Let's do this." That's exactly what it was. Don't add, some dramatic flair and some witchcraft to it. It's this girl was at a bar where rich men went, and men went to look for girls who were pretty. That's literally it. That's tale as old as time.
From that moment onward, everything about my life changed. My goals, my future plans, all shifted from being about me to being about us together.
and buying bullshit on the internet. And look what Pookie's wearing, this dress that you could never afford, you pleb.
That Thanksgiving, I went home and was planning my proposal. My sister Lauren asked how I was so sure, so quickly, that I wanted to marry Campbell. And I immediately said, because she's a princess.
She's not, though. She was a flight attendant. Not a princess. She's not a princess. Now, they've portrayed this on the internet like the Pookinator is a princess. Pookinator is not a princess. She just got lucky.
She looks like a princess, walks like a princess, talks like a princess. She even sleeps like a princess.
No, she doesn't. She probably drools a lot, you know what I'm saying? Probably sleeps in her t-shirts from high school, which is also fun.
Fast forward to late 2023, we're madly in love, happily married, living a relatively normal life.
No, you're not. That's weird.
I worked in mergers and acquisitions. She was a social media influencer with a modest following. And then she changed her life forever once again. She decided to shift her content from mostly photos of her and what she was doing to outfit videos of us together.
And they're really shitty. And again, when they went famous because people were making fun of them, they weren't like, this is nice. They're like, what is this bullshit?
Friday night, date night.
Taking Pookie.
Always looks like someone get hit by a car. He's like looking at headlights. Taking Pookie to McDonald's.
New spot tonight with 3 other couples, and Pookie looks absolutely amazing.
Faces, look at their faces. That's why I was like, what the hell is this?
Lord, babe, I love the all black.
Thank you. I'm wearing
Thank you.
my Kelly. I'm so excited. Outfit of the night. It's date night.
And Pookie is looking particularly.
Look at this guy. I'm sorry. Like, it's so pretentious. There's no other word. They are literally the most pretentious douchebags on the internet. The guy is wearing a turtleneck. He looks like a freaking Bond villain.
Amazing tonight. I would call this dress a happy dress.
Would you? This looks like silly putty.
Babe. It's date
Babe, stop, but do it more. Okay.
night.
Saturday night, going to Hal's, our favorite steakhouse on the planet. And I gotta say, Pookie looks absolutely fire tonight.
Doesn't Pookie need to go to a donut shop?
Within a few weeks, we were generating hundreds of millions of views a month. Over 60 million unique monthly viewers. As context, that's more unique monthly viewers than CNN generates as a TV station.
Yeah, social media's taken over. That's nothing to say. I generate more views than CNN as a TV station, and I'm a low level. I only have like 310,000 subscribers. Like, that's not hard to do anymore because nobody's watching cable news. Everybody's watching their phone. So that's not the flex you think it is. And I get what he's saying, but it's not the flex you think it is. Okay, it's just not. And it's surprising to me because it does make sense in this world that we watch, that the news broadcasters, these guys, like, they're still making tens, 15s, hundreds of millions of dollars paying these news broadcasters when nobody's watching them. They're just getting their news on X and TikTok and Facebook. Well, not Facebook. Your grandmother is. But, like, I get my news on X. I don't watch the news. I listen to podcasts and stuff like that, but nobody watches the news. You get snippets of it, though, on X and things like that, but you don't. So I'm actually very surprised that the news conglomerates haven't, like, completely shut down because it's just hemorrhaging money.
Suddenly, Hollywood stars were uttering Pookie looks fire on the red carpet.
I don't know. It's giving Pookie looks fire.
Yeah, but that, again, they were just a flash in the pan, and they're not. They were on Ellen, they were on all the other shows, but again, this is not going to last. It doesn't translate to longevity. It won't, and I'm glad. But the reason why I hate them isn't just because of fake rape, it's because they did not need to exploit their child, and they absolutely exploit their child. And the thing is, the child's being raised by somebody else, a nanny, full-time, and they only bring this child in and show love to it when they're making videos. And it's absolutely disgusting.
Newspapers, magazines, and TV shows across the country were covering our life.
What is considered the greatest love story of all time?
Romeo and Juliet.
Wrong. Pookie and Jett.
And you know, notice that they're like, that's funny because we know that it's fake. That's not real. And they're making at your expense, they're making jokes. I just need you to know that.
You know that.
But you think, I mean, but any media coverage is good coverage.
Every agent, manager, and lawyer in Beverly Hills was calling us.
Every single one of them? I'm sure. For what? Imagine, if they get a reality TV show, I'm going to freak. I will freak.
The months to come, our life would get even crazier. We would walk red carpets. Do
They look so fake, man.
business deals with the biggest companies in the country.
When he says business deals, he means advertising ad rates. That's what he means. That's all influencers do that. That's what we do. It's how we survive.
Even appear on billboards in time.
That's the picture you chose to go on the biggest screen in New York. Looks like he's staring at someone else's ass. What do you mean? That's the picture you chose? I would be so pissed if this is the one that they chose. I think they're making fun of you. Because what is going on here? Oh my gosh.
Square.
Why are you even in here?
Next, the second love of my life, our daughter Paloma, would come along. And she would make People magazine the day after she came home from the hospital.
Again, that's not a flex. People magazine is garbage. It's literally trash. It's trash magazine. Kay and Tay are in this magazine like once a week. That's not a flex. It's really, really not. People magazine. People magazine. Oh my gosh. And it's not a flex to be like, look, our baby. Nobody, like, why would you want your baby to be famous? It's just been born.
How did all this happen?
Luck.
How did a guy from Rome, Georgia, and a girl from Marion, Illinois end up on billboards in Times Square? What is it about my wife and I that stands out in the crowded and competitive media landscape?
You're a joke. That's what makes you stand out. You were a joke. And then people were making fun of you early. And then it was like not cool to make fun of them anymore. And so people will like, now it's just like the Emily Kaiser situation. It's like the Taylor Swifties. Emily Kaiser has a very, very loyal following of people who are just following her because it's unpopular to like her. Does that make, I don't know how you, like, it's going against the grain because she's the biggest douchebag on the internet right now. But people are like, no, I'm going to go against the grain of that. And I don't know how else to explain this. I wish there was an easier way to explain this. But it's like, it's just like, oh, you guys all hate them, but now we're going to love them because you hate them. That's it. That's the only reason. That's what happened. And then they became beloved by these douchebags on TikTok. Like, TikTok's full of the most acidic, toxic disgustoids on the internet. Doherty is like very much loved over there, and she's one of the worst created, but very much hated. TikTok is its own world. It's its own thing. It filters the way the algorithm filters. I don't know how it does it, but like the hate comments don't really filtrate over there. It's really, really weird, and it should, because these people deserve to be hated.
To answer that question, we have to analyze the media landscape. Questions for you guys, the audience. When you get out your phone and go to your favorite social media website or news website,
His breathing bothers me. It bothers me.
is the content you see mostly positive or mostly negative? Does it make you feel happy and calm or anxious and angry?
Depends on the app, because if I go on Instagram, I built that algorithm brick by brick. And the other day I was posting all these sad reels because I was in a sad mood for some reason. It's almost like these things know the mood that you're in. I was missing my cat. And I was just posting these. Everybody's getting so mad at me because I kept reposting them. They're like, Josh, stop! But I built my algorithm brick by brick on Instagram, and it's mostly to laugh. Okay, I'm not on Instagram for my news. I'm in there to laugh. Make at these comments and comment sections and funny videos. I'm there to laugh. On X, I'm there to doom scroll. Okay, I'm doom scrolling. I want to know when the next civil war is happening. I want to know if, someone launched a friggin' missile. I need to know. Okay, I go on X at night for about an hour before bed. I probably shouldn't, but that's when I do my X doom scrolling. Okay, but that's where I get my news as well, and it's important to be up in that. I'm also reading a book, and my wife was. I listen to my book when I drive or when I have a shower, right? And my wife was like listening last night because I've always put my book on. I've finished the Harry Potter series, but I've always put my book on, and the book I'm listening to now is Nuclear War, and it's not fiction. It's a little legit researched book about what would happen in a civil war or in a nuclear war situation. And it's not good. Like, this book is giving me anxiety, because if any country decides they want to launch one nuclear bomb, the entire world is over. And I mean over, and no survivors. 0 survivors. Because I'm going to scare the shit out of you. And don't read this. I mean, read the book, but don't read the book, okay? But in this book, North Korea launches a missile into Washington, D.C. And there's no way, once it's launched, that's it. You're not stopping it. And people think you can just stop it. You think it's just going to be like the Iron Dome. It's not. If you watch the movie, I forget what it's called. It just came out about, it's basically based on this book. It's like trying to hit a bullet with a bullet, and you're not going to do it. It's almost impossible, okay? So once one country launches a nuclear missile, which is like 100 megaton or kilotons of like destructive power, then the U.S. will launch all of its things back to where they know it came from. And so U.S. launches missiles back to North Korea, but Russia says, oh, it looks like it's coming towards us, and Russia doesn't know because we can't get a hold of their president. And so then Russia launches their nuclear. Everybody at once will then launch their nuclear arsenal before they can't launch their nuclear arsenal. If that makes any sense, right? So all the nuclear bombs are directed at one place to dismantle nuclear armament so that they can survive as a country. But it's always going to be too late, because it takes hours for these missiles to get to where they need to go, just in some cases. Okay? So by the time one is launched, the entire world is over. I need you to know that, and go to the nearest city center where the next one's going to hit, because you don't want to be around and survive in a nuclear winter on Earth. It will be over. The Earth will freeze. It will be done. It won't matter. There is like something like 15 to 25,000 nuclear weapons at any one time, armed and ready to go. And it's not going to take all those to destroy the Earth. It's only going to take a small percentage, but they will all be launched. Every single one of them will be launched, because that's the preemptive. It's I don't know how else to say this. It's like, that's the only thing stopping us, is that other countries will kill the Earth too. That's the only thing keeping all these people at bay, is that they know when one is launched, the entire world is dead. Living in an underground bunker won't help you, because you will not survive the length of a nuclear winter. You won't. Humanity will not survive, is what I'm saying. And this is actually biblical when you think about it, because God destroyed the earth once with a flood, and he said he wasn't going to do it again, which was the promise of the rainbow, right? But he said the next time it's going to be fire. And that's this, just so you're aware. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to scare you a little bit, but I'm just saying. It is over. And so when I doom scroll, yeah, that's where I'm at. So he's sort of right. I don't know where he was going with that, but that's my little story for today. That book is scaring the shit out of me.
What about the feeling you get when you spend time with that friend of yours who always seems to be in a negative mood? Sadly, both online and in person, Okay,
I see what he's leading up to. He's like, look, we're just giving some positive comment. And you know what? I get that. I do understand having positive content out there. That's good. Mr. Beast making funny videos and very entertaining stuff. And I get being entertained. And I love watching videos of people helping other people and dogs and cute animals and all that kind of stuff. Like, look at her, right? Who doesn't love looking at Junebug and her little blankie over there, right? Like, the good stuff that feels good. I get it. But what he's going to say is that's what we've decided to do. And if that were the case, I'd almost say, like, okay, you're right. Okay, I gotta get it. Yeah, it's good to have this stuff. But the point is you brought a child into that, started exploiting a child for it. And also, the shit that you're doing isn't good. There's nothing that you bring to this world that's like, I'm so happy that Pookie and Jett exist. Like, what do you give the world? You show excess. You buy bullshit that no one else can afford. Like, I'm talking purses that cost $40,000 from Hermidurmeries. And, like, Louboutin shoes and friggin' makeup that no one can ever afford. You're not actually doing anything good for the world. And you're just a joke. That's the thing. And it's fake. So what he's going to do is try to set up that we are a net positive for the world. And Puckett, whatever the hell your name is, Jett, you're a net negative to society as a whole. I need you to know that. Okay, cool.
People feel we live in a world of fear and anger.
We do.
What if...
That's true, though. And I am angry at your content, too. Yours isn't helping.
Instead, we all authentically love out loud.
So this is their big tagline. It's like live, love, laugh. Shut up.
And surround ourselves with others who do...
I actually wrote a song in my band days when I was in a Christian band called Live, Love, Loud. I kid you not. It was actually fun, but like...
the same. My wife and I don't stand out because we do the outrageous. We don't pull stunts or create drama. We merely show what has been our reality every day for the last 10 years.
It's not your reality to wake up your wife in full face of makeup, give her a bagel. That's not a reality. That's not true. You don't do that. You do it for video only.
a relationship filled with love and mutual admiration.
I would say that you probably like her more than she likes you, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody agree with me on that one?
The combination of us on video together revealed our authentic love to the world.
It's not authentic, it's fake.
Love is the rocket fuel that makes us go. In contrast, today's media thrives on outrage. Negativity fuels engagement, driving constant cycles of controversy, doom scrolling, and division.
And negative comments do drive your comment section too, just so you're aware. It's not all just love. We hear comments like, who put Matt Damon in a microwave? You guys get tons of hate comments and you love them. That also fuels your shit. Part of the reason you guys are as big as you are is because you get a lot of hate. And not addressing that though.
The media,
and it's deserved though.
It has always used negativity to drive engagement. 2,500 years ago, the biggest news in the entire Greek world was that the Oracle of Delphi, the preeminent news source of the time, had declared that their entire civilization would be wiped out with fire and war, and further, that they should flee to the ends of the earth. Of course, none of those things happened. The Greeks won the war.
The Greeks won the war. He does like the Trisha Paytas thing at the end of his phrase. He's like, the Greeks won the war. And then the Delphi newspaper. Why are you doing that? Speak normal.
Civilization thrived for centuries, and their invention of democracy spread around the world. The reason the media has always used negativity to drive viewership is because of the fundamental psychological principle of negativity bias. We as humans are obsessed with the negative. We weigh the negative far more heavily than the positive.
Also true. Very much true.
An example is if you lose $100, that negative emotion is far more powerful than the positive emotion of winning $100.
No, man. You ever won $100 at a casino? It's freaking awesome. I'd say they're pretty equal, actually. I went to Vegas with Phil. I played roulette for the first time. That's fun, by the way. And you could put your money on like a corner and all four, and like you hit one of them, and I did it twice. And it went like $180. I was like, woohoo! Put that shit in my and walked away, man. It was good. It was a good positive feeling.
Another example is if someone insults you, it is far more impactful than if someone compliments you. Scientists say the reason for this goes back to the early days of man. At that time, if we didn't focus on the negative, fears, danger.
What are they filming this with anyway? GoPro from 1997?
Threats. Then we would literally be eaten by tigers.
Tigers! Stop breathing weird!
Or starve to death. At the dawn of man, our focus on negativity was critical to our survival.
So it's a good thing then. Is that what you're saying? Good thing? We survived as human species because of it? That sounds good to me.
In the modern world, the media preys on the same fundamental psychological principle of negativity bias. They constantly pump our brains with negativity, manufacturing controversy, creating drama.
It's true. Approximately 97. Wow. A website lost 66% of its readers when it published positive stories for a day. 63% of kids aged 12 to 18 say watching news makes them feel bad. Shouldn't be watching news anyway if you're a kid. Roughly 64% of Americans think social media has a mostly negative effect. That number should be way up there. Yeah, and you literally live your life on social media. Okay.
Approximately 90% of all media news is negative.
You're negative with your breath thing.
My favorite fact that I came across when researching for this presentation: a website lost 66% of its readers when it published only positive news for a single day. Sadly, all of this impacts us and our children.
No, you're not going to change it with a TED Talk at UPenn. Fake TED Talk.
63% of kids say watching the news makes them feel bad. And of course, all of this applies to social media.
How many times do you guys think this guy rehearsed this in the shower?
Today, social media algorithms powered by AI are more effective than ever at creating endless cycles of bad news, maximizing division and controversy. Meanwhile, social media is, of course, exploding. There are now over 5 billion social media profiles. That's 94% of the number of people who use the internet. The results of all this are twofold. One, we are consuming more media and thus more negativity than ever before.
And so how are you combating this? By making fake bullshit on the internet? Is that what you're telling us?
Two, depression and anxiety rates are skyrocketing. In the US, since 2015, depression rates have gone up approximately 50%. Since 2008, anxiety rates have more than doubled for multiple age groups. But in a landscape of fear and anger, love stands out.
No, it doesn't. You just said it didn't. So no. Love doesn't stand out. You just told us it doesn't stand out. And then when it did stand out on a news station, they lost their followers. So what you just said there is not true. I know what you're trying to achieve here, but you just disproved your own damn sentence with the previous sentence.
Positivity doesn't drive viewership with controversy, but with hope and inspiration. In a hyper-negative environment, love is disruptive.
Your shit is inspirational, though. It's only for the rich people who can afford that lifestyle, who wouldn't flex that on the internet. Because real rich people wouldn't show that shit. You're fake rich people.
Further, openly loving out loud feels like something new.
It's not. This is like romantic television and acting has been a thing since literally the silver screen. So it's not new. I know you're trying to invent the wheel. I know. Is this guy literally just sitting on stage being like, look, Pookie and I have changed the world with our fake love on the internet. Like we have broken the barrier. We found the solution. Damn it. If we just had him for president.
Campbell and me don't stand out because we scale tall buildings or just...
Someone has said that he's looking around for office. Don't do it, dude. Don't.
Up out of airplanes. We merely love each other out loud.
No, you don't. You fake love each other out loud.
I say out loud how beautiful she is. How much I love her. How proud I am of
Do you do it in private, though? That's the question. Because I don't think you do.
her. Frankly,
Proud for what? What does she do that makes you proud? Puts a dress on? Goes to a red carpet? What's to be proud of? What has she achieved? What is so proud? She went to school? She was a flight attendant? Proud of you. She doesn't even watch your own child, man. You have a nanny. What are you proud of?
I learned it from my late grandfather, who loved my grandmother out loud for over 60 years. My grandfather Wayne was the most masculine man I've ever known.
The genetics didn't pass down, though, so I'm sorry.
And he taught me that you can be a man and still openly express love and affection for your wife.
Yeah, but not the way you do it. That's not manly. You can love your wife and protect her and be very fiercely protective of your family. That's manly. But being like, Pookie's wearing red Louboutins with belt buckles and shit. That's not manly. That's different. No, you're not. That's not a thing.
As opposed to toxic masculinity, men can be a source of positive masculinity.
Yours isn't, though. It's fake.
You can love football and bourbon and work out and be successful in business and still openly compliment your wife.
Thanks, Tips. Can you? Wow, this is amazing. Such a moving... Science should study this TED Talk.
Campbell and I don't put on an act for the internet.
Yes, you do. That's a damn lie! Don't you damn lie!
We merely live the life and love each other as we have for more than a decade.
Liars. That's a lie. It's a straight lie. And again, once it comes out who they really are, we're going to clip that little thing. And we're going to see it.
But in a media landscape of fear and anger and a relationship culture obsessed with dysfunction, we stand out.
You're made fun of. You stand out because it's weird. You stand out because people think that you're fake, and they're right. You don't stand out because it's authentic. We all know it's not authentic. There's nothing on the internet that's authentic. That's, even in the world, if you weren't filming it, what you're doing, that's not normal either. Wouldn't be, even if you didn't record this. That's also weird, just so you're aware. You're saying to strangers on the internet, I love my Pookinator with her shoes on here and her $1 million dress and her earrings. That's not normal, buddy. Sorry.
Me openly complimenting her every day stands out.
That's because you have followers.
When we started posting it online, our viewers started seeing us as a source of love and positivity.
No, women started comparing their lives to yours and saying, "Where's my jet?" That's what happens, and that's toxic. Needs to be a study put out on that. The phenomenon I'm describing is called social comparison theory, applied to social media. It's specifically upward social comparison with highly curated, fake, or heavily filtered highlight reels. When women and people in general repeatedly compare themselves to these unrealistic and edited, wealthy, perfectly styled, always happy lifestyles like the Pookie and Jett aesthetic, old money TikTok trad wife content, it triggers a long list of well-documented negative effects. Main negative effects, especially in women and girls, lower self-esteem and body image. She body checks a lot. This woman is like 100 pounds soaking wet and is very proud of that. Okay. Constant exposure to filtered faces, perfect bodies, luxury vacations, designer wardrobes, increased body dissatisfaction, eating disorders, desire for cosmetic surgery. Studies show teenage girls who spend 3+ hours a day on Instagram, TikTok are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop body image concerns. So this isn't just like 1 in 10 teenage girls. This is teenage girls as a whole. Spending 3+ hours are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop body image concerns. That's crazy. That's why my kids are not on the internet. Compare and despair cycle. It's anxiety and depression. Seeing others appear richer, happier, more in love, more successful triggers feelings of inadequacy. Meta's internal research leaked in 2021 admitted Instagram worsens body image for 1 in 3 teen girls and increases suicidal thoughts in some. This was leaked. It wasn't supposed to be leaked, but that's true. So this is a compare and they're the perfect example of the compare and despair. No one is going to be able to achieve this, and those who can achieve it have already achieved it, and they don't put themselves on the internet, right? They don't feel the need to. And those who can't get it will never get it, and they will always be left wanting. That's not good for society, Jett. Sorry, bro. Financial dysmorphia. Women feel poor or behind, even on 6-figure incomes, because they compare couples who appear to live ultra luxuriously on seemingly normal jobs, often hiding family money, debt, sponsorships, or editing. It leads to overspending, credit card debt, and burnout trying to keep up. This is the new keeping up with the Joneses. People who live now on $100,000+ a year, they still think that they're poor because the internet, like these people out here who can fly private jets to Cataloma wine mixers, that's what you're comparing yourself to. Nobody does that in real life. And those who do it, again, don't show the rest of the world. Relationship dissatisfaction. Comparing your partner to perfect TikTok husbands who call their wife Pookie, plan elaborate dates, and buy Cartier makes real relationships feel lacking, even when they're healthy. That's one of the most important things about the Pookie and Jett thing. And I need you to hear that again. Watching these people and what they do as their normal, when it's not though, it makes real relationships that you're in that are healthy seem not healthy, because he's not buying you Cartier and bringing you flowers in bed with a bagel that probably costs $75. Then you think that that's what you deserve. When your relationship is normal and healthy, theirs isn't. Yours is. But we're taught that is. Isn't that crazy? And then delayed life milestones. Feeling like you're behind on marriage, home ownership, luxury travel, designer bags, pressure, shame, or rushing into bad decisions. It makes people make bad decisions because you think you need to do that for social media clout. Even if you're not famous, even if you're not an influencer, you still feel like you need to be doing this. Isn't that weird? Rise in unnecessary cosmetic procedure. Instagram face, Ozempic face, filler migration, BBLs, heavily driven by seeing the same filtered look everywhere. You ever go to a mall and you're like at Disney or some place and you just see women and they have that face, they have the TikTok, Instagram face, they all look the same. And it's actually creepy. Truly toxic subgenres for women. Trad wife, high value women, content that blames women for being single or unhappy if they have careers, aren't submissive enough. Level up, communities that teach extreme beauty lifestyle standards as the only path to worth. So it's called social media induced inadequacy. It's actually a thing and it's being studied right now. Colloquially, Pookie-itis, TikTok brain rot, Instagram versus reality depression, doom scrolling despair. In short, yes, watching fake, rich, perfect social media lives has been shown in hundreds of studies to make women, especially 16 to 35, feel worse about their bodies, their finances, and relationships, and overall life progression. It's one of the most evidence-backed mental health downsides of modern social media, and that's just for women. For men, it's similar, but it's guys who drive, super cars, fly private jets, flexing Rolexes, closing deals. It's not steroid, but ours is even more dangerous because we take steroids and shit to make our body look like it should, and we have heart. We'll die young, right? We're not going to be that way. Steroid inflated physiques, perfect jawline, 6'4" height bragging. There are men out there getting surgeries on their legs to give them 2 or 3 inches of height, and they'll never be able to walk and run properly ever again because of social media. Women mostly get hit in body image, lifestyle envy, but men mostly get hit in the wallet, status, and masculinity identity. And if you think about this, there are so many women on the internet talking about how women, you date men that can support your lifestyle, and you go on these podcasts like, what does your man need to make? And they're like $300,000-$400,000. Like, it's just, we get hit differently, and we are pressured that way, and it's making society as a whole collapse. So you know what? When they do start this war with the damn bombs, we'll be better off. That's all I'm saying. Yay, Merry Christmas.
They started coming up to us, even running up to us, saying that we give them hope to find the type of love that we have.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, because your love isn't real, and so they're giving you hope to find something that doesn't exist. That shit doesn't exist, and if it does, it's 1 in a million, and you're a 3 in Ohio. You're not getting that, man. So let me be like, again, you're saying, well, we're so glad that's for you, that you're looking for that. You're not gonna find it. To be truthful with your followers and be like, look, we're fake. You're not going to find this because we're not real either. This doesn't exist. We're not real. Have you ever seen them have a fight or get in like anything, any of it? They're only showing you the best, and all that is fake. That shit is fake. Man, nobody wakes up with a full face of makeup. When he walks in, why is she filming when he walks in the bedroom? Watch how they hold this child. Watch how this child interacts with them. They are completely fake. That's so bad and dangerous.
Or if they're already in a relationship, that we give them inspiration to build the kind of love that we have. Sometimes they cry. Sometimes they even make us cry.
Well, I didn't think make you cry, buddy. You probably have a big giant shit and cry a little bit, shed a tear.
Having a positive impact on people is exactly our goal.
Is it?
So that's our story, but the message is far greater. This is about how all of us can work together to make the world a better place.
You are not doing anything to make the world a better place, Jett. And you need to come to terms with that. You don't do anything. You are net negative, and look at all the studies that say that what you are attributing to is bad, especially for teenage girls. You have a daughter, and you're going to perpetuate this bullshit lifestyle that's going to reflect on your daughter. That's what you really want for the world? Because nothing you do is good. Yeah, you can say, well, at least we're not out there fighting. We're not, we don't have a house full of rats and, we're cooking on dirty stoves. I get that. But this is a different kind of danger, and it's also dangerous. Like, all of it's dangerous. You're not doing anything good for the world. You're doing net negative at all times when you do this shit. Loving out loud, when it's fake, is bad. Do you get it?
Today, social media is rapidly outgrowing the traditional media. And we collectively define the social media landscape.
You don't do shit. You don't influence anybody. Again, even the shit that you do influence people, they can't afford that, but they'll try, and they'll go into debt trying, and they'll go into debt getting the surgeries and trying to be like, I want to be like, there's no, and let me tell you this too, there's no dude out there be like, I want to be like Jett. No, there's only women out there be like, I want someone like Jett shows himself to be on the internet. And they don't exist either. Okay? That's the point. No dude wants to be like this, that's for sure.
Today, we collectively are the media. So,
thank you for this graphic that you found on Envato.
social media is a tool, and we can decide how we use it.
Hey, it's a coincidence. You're also a tool. That's fun.
Let's use it to make the world a better place. Let's use it to redefine the media landscape.
No, don't tell me what to do.
So how do we do it?
Yeah,
Number
tell
one,
us.
Consume more positive content. Support positive creators. They come in many forms. Some promote mental health or physical health. Others
That's
promote
good.
an aspirational lifestyle or a loving family.
No, don't follow the aspirational lifestyle ones. It's fake too. Don't follow families either. That's child exploitation. So no, don't do that.
Others are educational or promote a love for nature.
That's cool. I like that. Guys build like shit in the forest and stuff. That stuff's amazing. I love that.
Consume the
Like people who like DIY how to build a deck and shit. Those people, they need to be the most influential influencers. People out there know what to do, teach you how to do shit on the internet. I love those people. Those are the people, not these assholes.
content that makes you a better, happier version of yourself. Number two, limit your consumption of negative content. It is of paramount importance that we all pay attention to what's going on in the world. I would never dispute that. But it is also of critical importance that we protect our own mental health, that we limit our consumption of content that makes us angry, anxious, and depressed.
I mean, he's right, but we're not going to do that. That's the thing. We live in a time where there is no good news. That's why no matter what news is coming your way, which you should be informed of, it's all going to be bad news. There's no good news out there. So it's kind of like a rock in a hard place type of thing. Rock in a Jett's head.
Number 3, and most importantly, in terms of broader impact, post more positive content yourself.
No.
Again, today, we are the media. We define the media landscape. Let's create a media landscape.
No, you don't. Social media oligarchs do it, and algorithms do. You don't do shit. You are a slave to the algorithm. Sorry, bro.
That we're all proud of, a media landscape that we want to live in.
This guy, the audacity of this guy, the power he thinks he has. You create bullshit content where you flex outfits no one can afford and fly private and have a nanny. Nobody, no. You're not doing shit, bro. I think this guy thinks he is like the king shit of Turd Mountain.
We want our children to grow up in. Of course, we could let algorithms dictate our emotions.
They do.
But I say let's create something better. Let's create a media landscape not defined by fear, anger, and division, but by love, hope, and unity.
That's nice, but you're blowing rainbows and smoke up people's ass, and we're not Pookinator. We don't hear it.
Of course, this is all far bigger than social media. All these concepts apply to all aspects of our life. They apply to our everyday personal interactions. You and the energy you generate shapes those around you. Those around you and the energy they generate shapes you. Let's put ourselves in groups of people that make each other better.
You don't make anybody better. You make it worse, especially for your daughter. Answer to that. Answer to that. I need you to hear. I want to hear what you think exploiting this child is going to do for this child. The parasocial relationships developed with this child. The predators who are watching this child. How is that good for your child? Explain it. I'm all ears.
Happier.
And eyes.
As businessman,
my eyes are up here.
Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. So how do we use our everyday personal interaction?
I got to shut. I got a little story time. I know I'm going along with this video. So I went to New York with my daughter and my buddy Phil and his daughter, and because my daughter and his daughter are really close friends. And Phil is my bro, like ride or die. Phil is the nicest giant Frenchman you'll ever meet in your life. Okay, like I have really good friends in my life, and they're all really good. I treat them the way that they treat me. We will do anything for each other, and I have a really good. I'm blessed. Some of the most authentic dudes I've ever met, like just blessed. Mark, Chris, Phil, friggin' Jeremy, other Jeremy. I got so many friends out there that are just like I would do anything for. Okay, and where I'm going with this? Oh yeah, so I went to New York with Phil, and Phil's such a good guy. I say this about Phil because I just need to. It's Christmas time. I want to say good things about my friends, but Phil's the kind of guy that like will go out and he will never ever complain about anything. You know what people will say? I've had better. When they eat something at a restaurant, I've had better. I'm not like that. Maybe I'm a little bit to a degree, but Phil would never say the words "I've had better." He'll only ever say the words "I've had worse." Like it's always a positive thing with this guy. He is always. I hope he watches this too, because he's such a good guy and he's such a good dad and he's a good man and he just is. He would do anything for anybody. He'll give you the shirt off the back if it's minus 20 outside and walk around with his nipples hard and die probably. He would. That's the kind of guy he is. But we're in New York and we went to see. He's like 6'8", this guy, man's man, roofer, right? Like, and he's got lots of daughters, so you can tell it kind of rubs off on him. But we went and saw this show called And Juliet, and I knew like he went because his daughter wants to see it, and my daughter chose that or something, and my wife didn't do the research on the show. But can I tell you first off, this show was a piece of flaming hot woke garbage. Okay, just terrible. The songs were good, don't get me wrong. The acting good. The story was literally shit. Don't go watch this. It was the most expensive one I've ever seen. When there is like Stranger Things on Broadway, Spider-Man, there's like Wicked, there's so many other great plays to see. We saw this one, and it is absolute flaming hot shit. Okay, it's like taking a steaming dump down my eyes. That's what it was. Just garbage. Okay, don't watch it. Don't go see it. Terrible. And they're dropping a bunch of F-bombs in there, and there's little kids in the play. Anyway, all I have to say, he didn't complain. I did. He didn't. He's like, oh yeah, it's all right. Right? We get back. So that night, we go eat at Olive Garden because we all love Olive Garden. We don't have Olive Garden in Canada, so we eat when we get a chance because we love the breadsticks and all that kind of stuff. And this guy eats everybody else's leftovers in the plate. He's like, again, he's 6'8", just can consume so many calories, and it's impressive. So he gets a steak, and it's not good. You can tell, but he's had worse. Get back, and he's like, I have a stomach ache. Something happened. Next morning, we get, he's like, I can't, and this is one of the strongest dudes I've ever met in life, right? Will overcome things. Works when it's 45 degrees, sun blazing down on his ass on a hot tin roof kind of guy. Like, doesn't, like, cuts his arms off and be like, I don't need to go to the hospital kind of thing. Like, he almost severed his hand once and just put a Band-Aid on it. That's the kind of guy he is. But when he's out, he's out. So he was out. Next morning, I had to take the girls over to the parade by myself. We enjoyed it. And he just, all day, we spent a lot of money to go to New York. And this guy spent the entire time in bed because he was sick. Didn't complain once. No complaints. Oh, I'm just going to have a nap. I'm fine. Oh, it's okay. I got this guy some ginger ale. Gave him some Pepto-Bismol. I got him a sandwich. I took care of him a little bit. Then we went off and the girls and I had some fun. I feel so bad for this guy. But he just, never once did he complain. Not effing once. And that show was shit. Don't ever go see it. Okay? And New York, I think we're done with New York. I think we're done. I think Weston wants to go to see Nintendo World or something, and so Everly wants to go, so that's what we're going to do next year. Anyway, all that to say, don't see Juliet, and also Phil, I love you, bro.
To make the entire world a better place. Number one, start with the simple. Greet people with a smile. Ask the guy behind the checkout counter how his day is going.
You should do that anyway. That's normal human behavior. That's what, like, this guy's to teach people to just be cordial. That's crazy.
Your loved ones and your significant other, how much you love them, how proud you are of them. Number two, surround yourself with positive people. People who want the best for you. People who have the type of life that you want to have.
They don't want to hang out with you. You're poor. We can't hang out with you. We go places. People you can't afford it.
Directly working to build the type of life that you want to have.
I hate when rich people get up and be like, why don't you just get rich? Go do the thing, manifest. Shut up, man. That shit doesn't work. Shut up. I hate people who do that. I hate people who are above everybody else when it comes to wealth and status and everything else. And they're like, just did. I did. Yeah, that's not helpful. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Firstly, limit your exposure to negative people and people that want to bring you down. And number three,
hire good nannies and get them to sign NDAs.
And most important in terms of broader impact, be a source of positive energy for others.
Oh, okay.
Be optimistic. Talk about solutions. Radiate the mindset.
Here's a solution. Stop exploiting your daughter and she can have a better life. But you won't do that, will you?
That you and those around you will accomplish your goals. Radiate the faith that you and those around you will have a great day.
Thanks, weird hairline.
Let's all use the new and tremendous power of social media to redefine the media landscape.
No. We're not going to do that. We are going to be slaves to the algorithm like everybody else is. You don't get to control shit, bro. I know that you think because you have a few million followers that you're king shit at Turd Mountain, but it's not true. Okay? You're pleb shit of Turd Sewers Village.
Let's all use the timeless and boundless power of our everyday personal interactions to reshape the whole world.
No. Just picture.
In a world of fear and anger, be a source of love and positivity.
In a world of fear and anger, fake shit for the internet and fly private while you get a drink from paper straws. In a world full of hate, be fake on the internet. Okay, thanks, Jett. Got it.
Authentically love.
Stop saying authentic. You're not authentic. That's not authentic. It's fake. When you have to film shit for the internet, it's fake.
Loud. As the ancient Greek writer Sophocles said, one word frees us of all the weight and pain of life. That word is love.
It's like, oh, this is like the speech writing class in grade 7. Well, are you guys inspired? Can you just go get rich? Why don't you just go get rich? Just do inspire and elevate yourself and radiate energy like this puppy here who's sleeping with her blankie. Radiate the energy and manifest that bullshit off, influencers. Nobody likes you. Piss off into the sun, dickholes. Fake ass turd buckets of turds. Look at my background today. Isn't that nice? So Christmassy. Anyway, everybody take a deep breath. Get you some good friends. And if you do have good friends, I need you guys to remind them how good they are. Okay? Sometimes. I know I'm doing what he's doing, but I'm just like, I'm real. Okay? Do good things by good friends who treat you right and treat you well. Make them some banana bread or something, you know? You are lucky sometimes to have the people in your life that are really good. And I hope that you're good to them too. Okay? We are all lucky. If you've got people who love you, you're lucky and you're rich. Don't listen to this bullshit artist. Matt Damon, Temu Matt Damon loser face. No one likes you, okay? Especially me. Child exploiting assholes. But you're not. You're amazing, incredible, and valuable. Merry frickin' Christmas. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you when I see you.
Snuck it on out.